Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning, Shorty Pie. Sorry.
Sorry we were late. I was being laughed at behind the scenes.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Just a heads up, apparently my Baltimore accent is in full effect today.
Oh my God, it sure is, man. That shit was hilarious. Hilarious. She said washer. What the hell? What the hell, Bliss?
Oh, shit.
It just caught me off guard. She was like, then she said washer. I said, don't you dare change it, girl. Leave, say it the way you say it. Love it, girl. It just caught me off guard. I was like, what the hell? Did you say
Oh,
washer?
yeah, it pops out every now and again.
Yeah,
Gotta
that
be
shit was
careful. Don't
hilarious.
want, don't want people saying I'm being gangster or nothing.
Girl,
Man,
washer. Gangster fabulous, girl. What the hell? Hi,
gangster.
everybody.
Let's say good morning. Good morning, JJ.
Yes, good morning. Oh my
This
God,
is
bitch.
the resident Trump supporter here, early to roll up the chat. And look,
Shit,
she's
man.
kidding, guys. Just kidding,
Yes,
okay?
just kidding, just kidding.
Good morning, Rowdy Mom, and I
Hey,
totally
Roddy,
agree.
mom.
I totally agree. Just
Yeah.
like YouTube, the government is a dumpster fire.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Hey,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Hey, Pop. Pop's about to go into work.
Unveiling. Hey, Pop.
Hey, Stanley Cup.
My Stanley Cup.
Hey, Mod148. Good to
Hey,
see you.
Julie.
I saw someone else come in. Hold on.
Unveiling. Hey, Shorty Pie. Pretend fashionista, my chula. Sweet
Yeah, that's where I
potato.
was scrolling to.
Sorry. I had too much coffee. Shit, it's only 10:45. What's wrong with me?
I don't allow myself to do that anymore. No more. I only
Please.
have like one cup. Well, my cup is probably like 2 cups
Yeah.
of
No, and
coffee in
since,
the morning.
but you know what? Coffee hits me harder. Since I'm on keto, it's crazy. Coffee hits
Really?
me way. It's like, what? Yes, when you're not having any sugar, any carbs, coffee hits you like a freaking punch in the gut. So I'm on super hyper. Super
Oh
hyper.
shit! I want to feel
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. When you're on keto, you're not eating any carbs or anything, so coffee is just way stronger. In my opinion, it's definitely for me.
Huh? Hey, sweet potato. Good to see you.
What's a
Okay.
washer? I love it. She better not stop saying it like that.
I
Oh,
mean, it just comes out. I get made fun of for how I say people's names, different words. I don't care.
I get fun. I get made fun of for how I say water. Water. They're
Water.
like water. I'm like no water. Like it doesn't sound weird to me until somebody brings it to my attention. Water.
That's funny.
Or New
That's
York. Like what the
funny
hell?
because my hubs. I hope he pops in because he always makes fun of me for how I say water, and I make fun of him for how he said. What does he say? I can't even do it. Water. He'll come in and tell me. Water, water,
Hey, M to the
water.
B. Yeah, no, you ain't gonna get me to say it like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's how
water.
I usually say it. Now I'm copying you. He says
Hmm.
water, and I say
Yeah,
water.
yeah. Water. It just sounds normal. I don't know, but I get made fun of
So,
by my friends. Hmm.
before we get into the live, I would not be
Yes.
myself if we didn't.
Hmm.
I can't completely ignore dumpster fires. I don't want any parts.
Right.
Um, but wow. Last night's live was
Hmm.
Cindy. I don't know how to say it without being offensive, honestly.
Last night's live. So, with no fault of the own of their own of the host, I'm just gonna say her name, Terry Lynn. I think that she did a great job. I
A
think that
lot
she
better than I
handled
would have.
it. Yeah, I think that she handled it phenomenally, guys. It might be a full moon because I'm going to say this. Even
Yep. Yep.
Tara handled it extremely well. I know, guys. I know. I know.
I know.
Um, she handled it well. You know, they tried so hard to be respectful, and I think that they went above and beyond. Um, and I'm not trying to be cruel to the woman that was on there, but you can't expect everybody to like be there for every need you have. And when you have paranoid kind of like, you know what I mean? Like you're paranoid about
Tendencies.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like you think everything's about you, everything's a dig at
yes,
you, they're coming
yes.
sideways at you.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then you're the one that's actually coming sideways at people all the time
uh-huh.
because of your internalized thoughts that you're bringing on yourself when you're an overthinker and you want to read into comments or things. The whole thing started because Coley, sorry, Bliss. I know you don't want to say names, but I just feel weird
Oh,
not
I don't
saying
care.
names. Okay, so talking about Coley, it was like a inside joke. She's modded and unmodded so many people. So I think that's what B and Chicago were talking about. You know what I mean? Just like all the people that have been modded and unmodded, and Chris took it personally because she's the newest person to be modded. That's a you problem. I'm sorry, but that is an internal problem. They were talking in general about everybody who's been modded. I'm part of that group,
Mm-hmm.
that unfortunate group. So I think that it was just a freaking inside joke. Like, and she took it personally and went, public and started coming at Terry Lynn, which is wrong. You brought it public. You know what I mean? And you do that a lot. You sway with the wind, and people still show her grace. They do. I've never spoken about this woman before, but I have to be honest. Like, you do that. You go back and forth. You're mad at them, then you apologize, then you're mad at them, then you apologize, and they've still extended so much grace. And they're trying to make it, you know, trying to make her understand where they're coming from. And what she did at the end was beyond disgusting.
I
Disgusting. And I'm sorry to Chicago. And I don't like
yeah,
Chicago. That's not going to
that
change.
was
But I'm sorry to Chicago.
listen, I told a couple girls behind the scenes, like, that was a literal gut punch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know people think like I'm this heartless bitch, and me and Chicago are not fans of each other, okay?
No.
But
Same.
I heard her gasp, and it
Yes.
was like a gut
Yes.
punch. And then
Yes.
I
And you could hear
I
her
heard
crying.
I heard Terry say, "It's okay, you can hop down," because she instantly
Yeah.
knew.
Yes.
Obviously, they're friends. And then, Chicago, like, I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt. That one
Yeah.
hit my heart.
I felt it too. I
I
felt it too in
felt
the
it
end.
like seriously, like a punch to the gut.
And it's the anniversary of her father's passing. May he rest in peace. It's like the anniversary week. That's just, and this is the thing. You have to be aware of what you say. You have to
Hmm.
be aware of what you say, and you just can't like have verbal diarrhea of the mouth. You
Especially on
can't.
someone's YouTube channel. And this
Yes.
was just gone over, and the last live Terry did with her own panel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and she's very quick to think everything is about her. She wants it all to be about her.
Sounds like someone else we know. Yeah, like stop it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to touch too much more on it. I just wanted to bring it
No,
up because,
no.
again, it's fresh on all of our minds if you were there last night.
Yes.
And hold on, Stanley Cup said something. Let me scroll up. I meant to highlight it. My brain. And I didn't even want to say her name, but she
I
has
know,
some
I'm sorry.
severe
It was my
issues.
fault.
No, it's okay. She has some severe issues that are too big for us to handle. She needs to log off because it's not healthy for her or anyone else. And I 100% agree with that. I also agree. I can correlate that to how I'm feeling about Coley right now, since you brought her up. Uh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, there's certain situations on YouTube where I'm like, something ain't right. Like, that
Yep.
person really ain't right. And I know, like, I've done commentary on Coley, but
So
I
have I.
didn't really, like, I thought she's off. But as of late, something is really,
It's
she's
another
not
level
well.
of off. It's
She's
another
not
level of
well,
off. Yeah.
not in a good mental space. And I refuse to commentate or talk about her anymore because of that. And that's kind of how I feel about Chris.
I agree. I feel the same way. Um, I didn't want to be cruel to Chris because it hurt my heart actually to hear her mental turmoil.
Yeah.
Because you could see that she looks at every comment and wonders if it's about her, and it makes me sad for her, but it's also not okay to push that on others and be so reactionary that you're, lashing out on people, and then people have to keep trying to explain to you or comfort you
It's
and coddle
exhausting.
you. It's exhausting and it's unfair. It's unfair. You have to regulate your emotions, and if you can't, then you need to go to the proper people who can, because we are not equipped on YouTube to
No.
help somebody else regulate their emotions. So I don't want to talk about that woman anymore either, and I will not be talking about Coley right now because something is not right. And usually, I've been saying that for a long time, right? With having conversation with kids, something has to be off to do that. But this is a whole new level of
Yeah.
off, and I want no parts of it.
Yep. I
Hey, Jen
agree.
and Barrett, my girl, my sweet positive friend.
But yeah, we wanted to address it because I think Terry and Tira, I just and I can't believe
Yes,
what's leaving my mouth, did an amazing job. I
yep,
mean,
I
I
agree.
I could not have done that. I will fully admit it. And even in the chat, like I held back a lot. A lot. And I still did speak in the chat, but I wasn't trying to trigger her anymore. And it just, like me and Chris have had our past issue. Well, she's had issues. And again, like it was a situation where she made nothing into something. I don't know what happened, but I could have went into that and have really commented, but I held back, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, and I just kept bringing it back because I did notice that she did her makeup, and I thought her hair looked really cute, and I
She
thought
looked
her makeup
gorgeous.
she looked beautiful. And
Mm-hmm.
so I kept trying to bring it back to that to let her know, hey, you do have support, because she's talking about comments that she sees. Look at the good comments. Look at the support you're getting, even though I don't, you know what I mean? Like, she's been coming at you. She comes at you every chance she gets. You're one of my best friends, and I still extended kindness to her because she needed it, and she did look beautiful yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she doesn't look at the good comments. She doesn't look at the positive. And
No.
there's so many people that do that. They only focus on the negative.
Yep.
And
And
it's
you can only
exhausting.
take that for so at some point, because I've been friends with people like that, and I know a lot of people here have probably been friends sometime in their life with people like that. And at some point, you have to put yourself first, because again, it is like emotional vampirism. Like it is exhausting. And
It's
I
draining.
I think Terry's at that point again. She lasted a lot longer than I would have. I mean,
Yeah.
you
And
tried, girl, but people like that don't typically change. And hey, honey.
no. And hi, Stina. Hey, Barbie.
Hey,
Hey,
Jen and
Kratos.
Barrett.
And I wanted to say that I really am enjoying Terry Lynn now that she's not holding back, now that she's speaking her mind. You know what I mean? I'm really enjoying her, and I'm enjoying her being able to be authentically herself without feeling like she has to hold her tongue, or you know what I mean? And I've been there where you want to be diplomatic, and I'm really enjoying her. I'm not saying that I want her to be vicious or anything. I just enjoy her, and I don't think she is. I think that she's just being honest and being able to share how she feels more openly, and I am enjoying her seriously
I
and
totally
appreciate
agree
her.
with that. And I'm glad you said, I don't want her to be vicious because I
Right.
feel the same. Everything you just said, like she's speaking her mind. She's not letting her preconceived, notions and biases
Mm-hmm.
stop her from speaking on what she thinks is right, what she thinks is wrong. But at the same time, she's not as quick to react, and
No,
she's not as quick to react with like spit and venom, like
I
vicious.
agree.
Haven't
I
seen that
agree.
from her. Only to
No.
one person, if even there,
Mm-hmm.
and that person fucking deserves it.
Oh yeah, deserves it. And I think she has the right too to be sassy and get angry like everyone else. But I think that she does wait on things, and the fact that um the kind of person that prioritizes. It gives her time to think it over, right? Like, because
Mhm.
she waits till her babies are in bed, which gives you
Mhm.
time to really think. You don't just press live reactionary in the moment. So she has time to really think on it and decide if she wants to address things. And I know she's canceled lives, and I can surmise that she did that because she didn't want to be reactionary. I've done the same thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, we
So
all
I
have.
appreciate those things. Yeah, and I see them and I appreciate them, and I want her to know that.
I agree. And I like again, like I said earlier, I know everyone thinks like I'm this unempathetic, heartless bitch, especially to people that, we've had issues in the past. And but that's not the case at all. And I hope
Yeah.
this just shows that. And I remember Coley saying something once like, I want to about me. She said she wants to see me fail, referring to her. And I've
Mm-hmm.
never thought that way,
No.
maybe about one or two people now, but when
Right.
she's not even actually not even that, like I'm indifferent on
Mm-hmm.
them. But
Right.
I've never felt that way about anyone, and it's just been really, and it's going to sound so corny, it's been a joy watching Terry grow. Like
Yes.
it's
I
admirable, and
agree.
I think it's going to help people. I hope so. We'll see. We will see. Cindy, did you want to address the other one at all? I know we talked a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, 1 second. I'm taking some Advil. Hold on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna say this quickly.
mhm.
Um, Shelley Albert. Oh, excuse me. Shelley Abbott. Okay? Keep my name out your mouth, girl. Keep my name out your mouth. This is gonna be my last warning to you. Um, you don't want me to come for you. Okay? You do not want people's memories to be refreshed on what you did to your own father while he was passing and after he passed away. That's not a threat. That is what you did. You can't sue me. You can't call the popo ho. You did that. You do not want me to come for you. I will read you to filth, Shelley. I'm giving you a last warning. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't talk about Bliss's marriage. You will try to insinuate that that came from me. You're a liar. Your new friends are proven liars. Okay? Show the proof where I ever did that or said that. First of all, I would never talk about Bliss's marriage ever. There's nothing wrong with their marriage. And so shut your ass up about me because you're going to get the attention that you've been begging for, girl. I promise you that. And with that, I'm done.
All right, that pretty much sums it up for me too. Because I, again, she talks about how we have went at her and talked about her kids and her family and her depression and um no, but
No,
if
she
that
keeps involving herself. I made a short about her bestie forever, Beggan, excuse me, and she wanted to throw her damn hat in the ring, talking about I'm dyslexic. Stop making fun of disabilities. Bitch, are you deaf, dumb, and blind? Do you not hear the shit they talk about people all the time? I was making fun of her not knowing her homophones while she's trying to come for me. I didn't know she was dyslexic. I didn't know you were dyslexic. And shut the hell up with your victim pageant wave all over the freaking internet while you overshare and then nobody's supposed to have an opinion on it. You're not on a private conversation, dumbass. You're on a public platform. I'm telling you, Shelly, you don't want the smoke, girl.
I mean, all I did was literally quote what she said. And that got her to, like, that was her green light to think it's okay to speak on me and my husband's marriage. Like,
Yeah.
but you're so up in arms about people talking, supposedly talking, because we didn't,
Nope.
about like her family. Like,
Never
no,
did that. Never did
no.
that. And if she's referring to me saying that it caused turmoil in your family, I mean, with you, your family being doxxed and spoken about and all of that, that will cause anybody turmoil. Never, ever, ever did I infer or outwardly say anything about your husband or your marriage. So she needs to shut the fuck up. And when she's, oh, sorry, Bliss, sorry. Let me
You're
bring it
good.
down.
You're good.
She needs to quit while she's ahead because there's so much for me to work with there. Okay? You don't want it spoken about, don't share it on the internet. You exploit your family for views and monetary gain on the internet and think that people don't have the right to talk about it. Shelly, you do not want the attention you're begging for, girl. I'm telling you, girl, step away slowly, girl.
She doesn't
You're in
want
danger, girl. You're in danger. And I'm not
she
threatening your
doesn't
life.
want that smoke.
You don't want
And
a
it's not
verbal
not for
lashing.
me. I don't
No.
plan to speak on this bitch ever again. So it's not from me.
And before Woof says that I threatened her life, I'm talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about in video form. Okay? Nobody's threatening her. So
Oh,
before
no
they say
comment.
that. Yeah, no comment. Let's move on. Okay.
Hey, Wildflower.
Hey, Wildflower.
Where did this happen? Why in the fuck would you? Yeah, I
Exactly.
know. I know.
Yes, Stina, that's why. She is big and bad and bold now that she thinks she got the degenerate crew to back her up. Shelly, let me come here. Psst, hey, come here, come closer. I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid of them. What they gonna do? Greasy Hispanic crackhead. Ooh, I'm crying right now, dumbass. Nobody's afraid of them. So go ahead. You found your tribe, girl. You found your tribe. Oink oink, bitch. You're right where you belong. Okay,
Again,
let's move on because I'm
yep,
I'm I'm derailing your shit. Sorry, girl. Sorry.
it's all good.
Talking about my Bliss's marriage. Are you crazy, girl? I saw red. I saw red when she said that shit. Is she crazy?
And it's so not true. Like, she's just parroting what she's
I
heard,
know that's so not true,
which
and
is
it's not
all
her place. You don't
like,
talk about stuff like that on the internet. I could understand if you're up here giving marriage advice and talking about the highs and lows, then people commentate on it. You don't speak about that. How dare she?
like I said, all I did was repeat what she had said in one of her recent videos. That's all I did. So, all right, moving on.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're good. Do you want to start off with like what happened initially and we'll read it and then
Yeah,
go from
yeah.
there?
And I don't
Okay.
I don't have smoke for this person, you know.
No,
Um
mm-mm,
no.
nope.
Yeah, no.
This was
Hey,
disheartening.
mocking media. Yeah, I was a
Hey,
little
Buck Media.
sad.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Small Fry. Hey, Stina.
Yeah,
This was surprising and disheartening, and
made me sad. Made me sad
yeah,
because, you know, I'm not going to put the person's name out there. They are a
absolutely not.
supporter and a member of my channel and have been for years. And but I want them to know that I can be friends with people and be on the opposite side of politics and respect their views and still be friends with them. So my last live that I was doing on Lori Jones, before my live even started, this person, subscriber and member to my channel, came into the chat and I don't remember, you have it, right, Bliss? I don't remember exactly what she said.
Oh yeah, here I'll read what she
Hmm.
said, and then you can
Yeah.
continue.
She's just
And
going
hey,
to read
hey
it
pork
because we don't
chop.
want to put them on blast.
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
Um. Oh, wrong phone. Hold on.
Hey, pork chop.
So came in and said, and this was before your live started.
My life hadn't even started yet. Hmm.
Keep in mind, Cindy is not a Trump supporter, nor is she in
Nope.
any way political.
Nope.
Exactly, quite the opposite.
Yep.
So it was said, I am confused how you and JJ support Trump. Explain it, please.
Right. So I saw that, and when I went live, I did address it, but I was muted. The dumbass I am. And so I further explained I didn't even vote. Last year I didn't vote. I vote every year. I'm a registered voter. I'm a proud American who's getting deported back to Brooklyn. Anyway, but I vote every year, and I didn't vote because I just didn't want to vote for anyone, to be honest. I'm not a Trump supporter. JJ is my friend, has been my friend for 5 years. Her and Bliss are Trump supporters. That has nothing to do with our friendship.
Hold
We
on. I'm
don't
an
argue.
admirer. I wouldn't
Okay, an
even
admirer, right? Okay,
classify myself as a Trump supporter. I
okay,
mean, okay, it's fine. Whatever.
right. Sorry.
I
Okay.
don't have the Trump pajamas like JJ does.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say that.
Hey,
We
Sue.
right. You don't have the pajamas. Hey, Sue. But anyway, okay, right. You don't totally hate him and despise him and yada yada yada. You know. But we don't have the same beliefs, we don't have the same ideals, and that's fine. There's a lot of things we agree on, some things we don't agree on, and it's fine. It's what adults do. I think that people have it confused. They expect me to be as outraged as they are, and that is unfair to put on me. That is unfair to put on me. I'm supposed to, what am I supposed to do? Walk by people, and if they have a MAGA hat on, slap it off their head, commit assault on people because I don't agree with who they support. And some people are like, oh, he's a dictator, all this stuff. Okay, your opinions are valid. I stay out of politics. You guys are trying to drag me by my hair into a political debate with my best friends. That's unfair. That's unfair. I don't talk about politics on or off my channel. I don't even talk about politics with my friends. Bliss, do I? Bliss, Chris. Where you go, girl?
Sorry, not
Oh,
not
okay.
at all. It's never a topic of discussion.
No. So, and then to come into, then that was the first comment that I saw. And then another comment was made under a members only that Trump wasn't spoken about at all. And then another comment was made by the same person. Hey, Terry Lynn. Hey, Martin's mommy, my
Terry,
queen.
hey Martin's mommy.
It was a pork chop. It was a member to my channel. She's been a member to my channel a long time, and I'm not trying to put her on blast, but she made a comment publicly in my chat, basically demanding that I speak up for supporting Trump when I don't. When I don't,
Plus,
and
that's
I
just
guess I'm
weird.
supposed to
I'm
denounce
sorry.
JJ.
I'm not trying to bash this person because I've really I've always admired and liked this like she's been a great supporter.
Yes,
But that's just weird. Like, why do you have to explain anything at all? You've
I don't
never been
know.
political on your channel.
No, no. I'm not. And then you're trying to get me to I can't support JJ. I can't be friends with how dare I be friends with somebody that supports Trump? What? Huh? They talk about dictatorships, but isn't that kind of like the ideals of a dictator that you don't agree, you're
Exactly.
put in jail? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are contradicting yourselves. If you're so upset that your freedoms are being taken away by our president, you're trying to take that away from me by saying that I shouldn't be friends with JJ because she supports our president that I don't support. How is that any different than the ideals that you guys are saying are being pushed on the American people while you're trying to singularly do that to me? Craziness. Crazy.
Well, it's done to me all the time. I used to be, I don't know, the beer virus, it provoked a lot at I pay attention a lot more. And I did start getting into politics, and I never was political before. And actually, if I think back 10 years, I probably would have considered myself a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, anyways, I shared this short 2 days ago. It's from Titus Ellis Smith, and he's like a right wing commentator. Um,
Right.
I said, it was a great short. I said, stop judging people on their political opinions. It's gross. It's one thing to make a snap quick judgment when you find out who someone voted for and you disagree. It's an entire other beast for everyone to instantly cancel and berate people they don't even know without even giving a chance to really get to know them. I'm so sick of the division and people who do that. That's what the system wants. They want us
Yeah.
divided and fighting. That way the elite can stay getting away with their nasty. Do better. Let's all be better.
That's
Okay?
right.
This is the comment I got from someone. Nah, it's not a right or left issue. It's not political anymore. It's about morality and understanding right from wrong. If you continue just to support a wannabe dictator, then the world should judge you.
Wow.
So I said, and then I want you to give your thoughts. I said, We're all raised differently with different morals and values based off of your upbringing. I don't base someone's entire identity around who they voted for. That is everything that's wrong with today's world, and I want no parts. Over half the USA is not demoralized, awful people. And whether people like it or not, that's who the American people voted for. People can cry about it and hate everyone who doesn't agree with them. I choose not to live that way. Wish you the best.
Right. I just want to say, hey, Chronic Space, my girl. I hope that you've been okay. And hey, PNW wife, good to see you. Yeah, to that I want to say that is such black and white thinking, and again, it contradicts what they're saying that they're mad about. You know what I mean? You're mad about people taking your freedoms away or trying to impose their views on you while you're trying to force it down Bliss's throat. To my knowledge, right? We haven't had martial law incorporated yet. We still have freedom of speech, freedom of views, freedom of religion, all these things. And you guys are trying to demonize her for who she supports or whatever. And it's crazy what the other comment I got, I just responded back that people have gotten divorced on the internet. We've seen people divorce their spouses. I'm divorcing them, and they've gone through with it. Divorced their spouses of over 20 years, 30 years, 40 years for either not going against Trump or voting for Trump. And that is crazy to me. People denouncing their parents, disowning their kids. That will never, ever, ever be me. I refuse to disown my friends who have earned my trust, have been there for me through thick and thin, because they may have differing political views. That to me is insanity at its finest. And I will not, no, you're not going to get me to go there or believe that or bend the knee to that. I don't care. I don't care what my friends' political views are, just like I don't care what my friends' religious beliefs are. I don't care.
I agree. And I view the two as the same. Like, I would never judge someone on their religious beliefs, even if I disagree. And I want
Me
to say,
either.
like, this makes me so happy right now because I value this person's opinion and I really want to hear his take. So, surprise, Cindy and everyone.
Hi
Hey,
guys.
BX.
What the hell, BX? When you had to say it like that?
I always say it
Hey,
like that.
BX. I know it was just super monotone. Like, hi guys. You caught me off guard, dude. How are you,
How y'all
BX?
doing? I'm all right.
Good, chilling.
How
Thanks
are
for
you guys
coming up.
doing? No
We're
problem.
great.
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I got the day off work today. Finally, I did like a 15-day stretch where I
Damn.
worked every day. It's nice to have a day off, and it's so nice out. I got all the windows open, so I'm really feeling myself today.
That's
Good.
fire.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Fire as hell. What was y'all speaking on?
So, someone came into Cindy's live the other day and was demanding, was saying that why does her and JJ support Trump, and for Cindy to explain herself.
What?
Yeah.
And
Explain yourself?
keep in mind, this person like has been like an admired supporter of both of ours. She's a member to Cindy's channel, so it was just like, what the hell? Like,
So
what?
she's trying to dictate political opinions? Or who you're
Well,
Yes.
friends with
a
that
lot of
has different
people.
opinions?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
assume that I'm a Trump supporter because I
Yeah,
don't talk
Cindy's not.
politics on my channel. And if it's just weird, you've been a member to my channel for years, you would have heard me say I don't support Trump and I didn't vote last year because of that, because I didn't want to vote for either of them, to be honest. I didn't think that either of them were a fit for me. And so I didn't vote at all. And I vote every time. So I don't understand. And JJ is one of my best friends. I'm supposed to throw her away because she supports Trump. I don't have hate in my heart towards Trump. Like, I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Go
That's crazy.
assassinate mofo. So I don't understand.
And this
I don't
person that did
understand
this,
it.
they're liberal.
I don't know.
They
Like
must be. They must be. They're demanding that
yeah, well, yeah, I have to assume. Yeah.
right? Like, because
It's
then they
gotta be
left another
perfect.
comment under a members only. Can you read that one, Bliss?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got
And
two
that was the other
comments.
thing. Like they're going like on 2 different days too, right? Or was it the same day?
Yes. I think it
It's
was
just
the
weird
same
though. Like
day,
they're
like
going from
within hours of each other.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds
all right.
weird as hell.
So they
Hey,
then
Tina
went
Beagle.
under the members only video, a members only video, because the
That
stream
was
you did
nothing to
was
do with Trump.
public.
It was nothing to
Yeah.
do with politics or
Mm-mm.
anything.
That's
They
crazy.
said, I am confused. I know you love JJ, but how is all of this okay? Tell me how you support Trump and his supporters.
And I said, well, how is what okay? How is what okay? What exactly did JJ do that they're so upset about that now they're coming to me that I have to explain something that I'm not aware of? You know what I mean? And I did reply to her about people getting divorced over this and disowning their family. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that person. I wouldn't disown my children no matter what they did. God forbid my children committed a heinous crime, right? God forbid. I still wouldn't denounce my kids. They're my kids. I still wouldn't disown them. They're my kids. My heart would be broken and all of the things, but I wouldn't disown my kids. So I'm supposed to disown my friend that's been my friend for 5 years over who she supports
That's
politically?
weird as hell. Why she ain't asked JJ?
Exactly.
Yep. You know what I think the
That would've been an
catalyst
easy
to
way to
this
solve
was? I'm going to
things.
show you guys. So this was on JJ's birthday, which was Sunday. So this is why I'm confused. Why she even went to Cindy at all. I made a community tab post just saying happy birthday to her. And I thought it was
Okay.
funny. I tacked this on.
It is funny. It is funny.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
hilarious. JJ has
it
freaking
was not
Trump
meant to
pajamas.
cause
It's a
division.
joke. Right.
It was not
Yeah, I
meant to
don't see
cause
the issue.
division. And I don't see anything wrong with it. And I never said that I was even a Trump supporter. It was just like a
Right.
card
Yeah.
and a happy
I
birthday.
didn't even
That's
see this, Bliss. I didn't even see this until after we spoke about it because I have my notifications turned off, because of the degenerates. So I have my notifications turned off. I don't even see your post. So I didn't even see this. I had no idea what she was talking. I'm like, what happened now? Like, what am I oblivious to? I had no idea. And I don't understand how people expect me to be accountable for somebody else's beliefs. She didn't break the law. I don't understand, because you feel like they're immoral if they support Trump. Again, those are your beliefs. My family, I have my brothers are Trump supporters. My mom, my stepmom isn't. And my brothers mess with my mom all the time, coming with his MAGA hat and all of that. No, my mom gets furious, like she knows he's baiting her. We're family. We laugh it off and we move on. Imagine my parents telling my brothers, you can't come to our house anymore because you support Trump. Like, it's
That's
not that
crazy.
serious. We're family.
Yeah,
We
it's
know our
not.
values. We were raised together. This is
That's the
momentary. He's going to be
You
our
both
president for
know,
what,
like,
4 years? That's it.
I've lost friendships, like people who I considered family, over this shit.
That's insane. I refuse.
wow.
Bliss. I refuse. And people that want to walk away because I have a friend that's a Trump supporter, that is your decision.
Fuck
But
them.
yeah, I'm not getting into that. You're fighting with yourself, girl. You're not
I
fighting
think
with
they
me.
were. I don't think they were trying to get you to hold her accountable. I think they were trying to get you to go at her. Right? Like on
Yes.
some
Yes.
political stream, like you denounce her and
I
all
had
this
to
other
denounce
extra
her.
bullshit.
Yes.
But you're
Yeah,
not
they
even
were
a
trying to
political channel. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
No. They were trying to strong arm me into denouncing my friend publicly about something that, to be honest, I could care less about.
It's a
Seriously.
non-issue.
It is. It's a non-factor in our friendship. They don't
And
push
it
their
really can
views
be
on me. They
exposed.
don't. JJ doesn't come to me. Let me tell you why you better support Trump. I'm sending you a MAGA hat next week. She doesn't do that shit to me. Why am I supposed to
That's
do that to
funny.
her? Come
I'm
on,
sending
man.
you a MAGA hat next week. You better wear it.
Right?
You
Right?
wear it on
Shit.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
You better wear it on your
Mandatory.
IG and put a sign with the date so I know you wore it today. What is happening here?
Nah, that's wild. People
I
should be able to
can't.
make their own decisions. Me personally, I don't know. I think I would call myself traditional, but I kind of don't like the government in any way, shape, or form. I don't vote. I think it's
Amen.
all a scam.
Mm-hmm.
I
So like if
agree.
anyone tries to like push me towards any side, I get turned off by it immediately. That happens on my channel all the time
Exactly.
though, because I talk about
Mm-hmm.
social commentary. So there's people trying to push me one way or say if I don't denounce one person or say something about somebody, then I'm a tether or I'm not black or all types of bullshit.
Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Tom.
Uncle Tom,
Yes.
that's definitely one.
Yes.
Right? They
They
they say
they
a whole lot
weaponize your
of
own race against you, BX, all the time when you don't conform to their extremist ideals. That's insane to me.
it's wild.
Extremism on any side is extremism. Radicalism on any side
Well,
is
and
too
that's the
much.
problem. People are basing their opinions and beliefs off of really extreme, whether it's left or right wing fake
Yes.
media. And you get immersed in it. If you're left, your algorithm is only going to feed you that. If you're right, your like it's like an
Mm-hmm.
echo chamber at some point,
Yes.
and that's all you
Yes.
hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's because
And
people
that's why
attach
I don't
themselves
watch.
to.
Sorry.
No, go
That's
ahead.
why I
My
don't
bad.
watch mainstream media. I don't watch it. I don't engage with it. I am a traditional person. I have traditional values. I'm
You
not
don't
a
watch any news.
conservative. Huh? No,
You
I
don't
don't
watch
watch the
any news
news.
at all.
No. And you know why I
The
stopped
news
doing
is
that?
trash.
Because it would give me nightmares, and it would give my son nightmares. My youngest son would watch the news, and he's a conspiracy theorist. He dead ass is. So I had to like stop him from watching the news because it would keep him up at night. And I stopped watching the news because it would just mess with my head. So many terrible things happening, and I didn't want my views of life and the world to just be gloom and doom. You know what I mean? And I'm
Hey,
not
Right.
going to be
Cindy,
force fed shit. What?
look, my hubs knows how to spell herd the correct way. I just had to
Yes.
point that out.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's
But
funny.
he,
For real. I know,
sorry,
I'm just
BX, you
saying.
may not get that one.
I
Somebody
have
spell herd
traditional
wrong.
values. Yes, trying to come at me saying that I'm a sheep in the herd and spelled it like the
Like
hearing
hearing.
herd, girl. So
What the heck?
I roasted her in a short, and then they try to come at me. You're making fun of my dyslexia, girl. I didn't even know you were dyslexic. The fuck? I was being petty, girl. Stop it with your victim pageant wave. I'm so over that shit.
I'd have just agreed. I'm tired of people using excuses for why you can't joke on them.
I
I'm like, yeah, I
know,
am. What you gonna do about it?
right? What you gonna do? That's what it
Well,
said.
it's even more shocking when you hear the shit that's said about us, but a jokey
Yes,
joke like takes them
yes,
off the deep end.
Oh,
yes.
people be
I.
wilding. I've heard some
Mm-hmm.
clips of people trying to come at y'all. People have come at y'all and tried to slide into my DMs. I had to
That's
curse them
Oh
out. I
yeah.
crazy.
showed Chris. I was like, "What the hell are you even hitting me up for?" Nigga, like, if you gonna disrespect them, I don't want to talk to you.
But isn't that crazy? Like you think you're slick, peekaboo. We see you.
I've
What
been
the
Yeah.
waiting to
hell?
say this. I've been waiting because I hold my tongue a lot nowadays, but zap zap, bitch. Zap.
Zap zap.
That's
She
the
has
only
been
thing
holding
you'll
that
get
shit
from
for a
me.
long time.
That's
That
hilarious.
is hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. But it's ridiculous. Like I was saying, I have traditional values. Like because I want to. Like I feel like when I was married, I'm not married anymore, hallelujah. But when I was married, I would cook every day. I would serve my husband and my sons first. I would eat last. Not because they made me, not because they told me to, because I wanted them to have everything. If you need your hot sauce, if you want to eat more, you need your drinks, I want to sit down and relax. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to
Hmm.
get back on mom or Cindy, I need this. So I did that. I would, rub his feet, all the things when he was doing right. When he was doing right, I felt like he earned it. That was something I enjoyed doing. I'm not a conservative person. You know what I mean? Like I don't conform to this is what conservatism is. This is what liberals are. I have my beliefs, I have my traditional beliefs, my upbringing, how I was raised, my own morals, my principles, and I'm not going to be made to feel guilty because I enjoy doing those things when I'm in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. And nowadays you're against feminism, you're setting women back. These women make no sense. Oh, equal rights, but I'm not paying for a meal at dinner. Equal rights, but shut your ass up. Shut your ass up, girl. Go Dutch if
Word.
you want equal rights. Don't
Facts.
expect a man to pay for everything, give you the princess treatment. You want him to make six figures when you didn't even get your GED. Shut up, girl. Shut up.
Facts. Or don't want to cook, clean, do anything.
Yes, yes. You out chilling all day. You want to go to the gym, look good, get a BBL, all that shit. He got to work 10 hours, come home, change the baby's diaper, make his
Nah,
own
that's crazy.
dinner. Fuck out
That's
of here, girl.
crazy. I'm
I
doing
just
that. I'm
want
not changing no
to
diapers.
preemptively say, Kratos, do not take this opportunity to come in the live chat and diss me, because I feel it coming.
Oh, he's
That's
gonna be like, you gotta rub my
hilarious.
feet tonight. Cindy said it.
He's
Word.
done that in BX's lives. Like he'd
That was
pop in
funny.
and be like, cleaning. She don't know what that is. Like little stuff.
He
Word. Yo, I'm
does give
still
you
looking at
little
this gloom
roasts.
right
Yeah.
here. Ain't never moved.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh damn, what's going on?
Right.
Cindy, you just hit the nail on the head about a lot of stuff. And the main problem is like the generalization, I think. Like, all
Hmm.
Trump supporters, bad. All Biden
Yes.
supporters, bad.
Hmm.
No, I don't define myself as anything. I have my own opinions. And it's not based like I feel like people, especially with the way the media is nowadays, are just wanting to conform. Like I have to say this and be this way because this is what the left thinks. Like I
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I conform to nothing or no one.
Same. Same. And I
Word
won't.
up.
And I won't. I was raised Muslim. You know, um, my mom was raised Muslim. My grandfather converted to Islam when he was in the service, changed his name and all of that. My mom, my uncles have Muslim names, and I was still afforded the chance to make my own decisions by my mother. And I'm grateful for that. I'm not a religious person. I believe in God. I'm a spiritual person, but I don't conform to any certain religion either that doesn't align with my beliefs. And people get mad at that as well. I believe in God. I do.
They shouldn't be
But I don't
upset at
believe in
all.
everything people try to force feed me. And I never will. And people get mad at that, and they can get mad at that all day. You're not going to come and demand something of me that is unrealistic, unfair, and insane, in my opinion. I'm never going to denounce my friends for their
Word.
beliefs that I disagree with. It's not going to happen. Sorry. And if you don't like that, then you can choose to support me or not. But you can never, ever try to force my arm behind my back and tell me, say uncle, because it's not going to happen.
They're like, if
Yep.
you liberal, you gotta think this.
Yep.
Nah.
You have to
Mm-mm.
agree with this. That's why I try to make it as clear as possible that I don't have a side, man. Like I
Right.
just give my opinions on things and it is what it is. And people will usually try to group me with something based off of my opinions. If I don't like a certain rapper, I must be like a woke, I don't know, liberal, just going crazy on certain people. I'm like, that makes no damn sense. I don't
I
define
know.
myself as anything really. I don't think there's any box I could be put in politically because I can hear bullshit and go, that don't sound right, no matter what side it is. Right. So like I think that's the problem with a lot of people too with their politics is they're unable to acknowledge their quote unquote side fucks up as well, if it's mentioned, which is just clear delusion. And then when I hear that, I know that no matter what side you even speaking for, you just speaking. You ain't really actually thinking. I think too many
Yeah.
people push that shit.
Yeah,
And I
there's no
agree.
logic or critical thinking anymore, you know?
Yep.
Facts.
Hmm.
You
And it
need to
seems to
believe
come.
this.
Yeah, and it seems to come from the most closed-minded people that try to put on a facade that they're just open-minded and about, you know, they pretend that it's about acceptance when it's the opposite. The ones that are talking about, oh, you supporting this person, you're supporting a tyrant while they are acting tyrannical. and trying to force people into
Mhm.
beliefs. It's insane to me. It's insane to me. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like, no,
I gotta
sorry.
keep it 100 though. Most of what you just explained, I only see coming from the left. That's just my opinion. And I'm gonna read something to you guys. Okay. So
Okay.
this is an article about like political division, and this is one of the paragraphs. It says another thing conservatives and liberals have in common is that they all suffer from big blind spots when it comes to the morality of their own side. They tend to view themselves as eminently fair and right, and the other side is irrational.
I just said that. I'm correct.
Exactly. That's
See,
why I wanted to read it.
Yep.
I
Yep.
knew it.
When you lack objectivity while screaming that the other people lack that, it's again hypocrisy at its finest. Self-awareness is sorely lacking. I don't lack self-awareness. I know that I have
Right.
biases. I know that I can be a hypocrite, but I acknowledge it, I accept it, and when I'm wrong, I admit it. These people will never do that. They put blinders on and just pretend that they don't see it while they see it, and not only are they pretending they don't see it, they're screaming about injustices. I can't
Right.
take, I can't. I can't get down with that. I can't. I never will.
And then at the same time, cause an injustice to other people. Like, wasn't there
Yes.
someone accusing? What was the story? I think something you was telling me, Chris. Someone, a creator, got accused of something or was getting canceled over something similar.
Yes. Um, so something happened in Terry's live the other day, and it was like a quick statement and it was over with. And she was referring to Wolf and how everything is always about
Who
race
that?
and how everyone's racist against him.
Who's
And
Wolf?
she
Exactly. Exactly.
the last
Ah,
live
dead
me and
ass
you
serious.
No, I know you are, but I'm being
the
sarcastic.
panel that you hopped up on when you were on my live and you dog walked the fuck out of them.
And he dropped your ass, remember?
Oh yeah. Okay, the guy that he said he knew me. Yeah, I remember
Woof.
that
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
he
He
woof.
he he
Yes.
was Fanggang first.
Yes.
That's
So
And you're
wild.
pretending not to know him, BX. Stop pretending.
No, I really don't be remembering. That's crazy. Yeah. He's not memorable. Would you
no,
I
say
hear you.
he
he was
thinks
saying
he's
people hate him because
special
he
though.
black?
Hey, Kimmy.
Well, that's what it is. Whenever like he doesn't like you anymore, you are instantly racist and a pedo.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not
Yep.
going to touch that one right now. But anyway, so Terry was saying, all the while he's coming at us saying we're all racist, he himself is being racist against us. And I'm white. And she said something like, people can also be racist against white people.
Facts.
And that was it. The conversation moved on. Well, someone came in the chat and had to like denounce that. And basically, they're playing the old argument that like white people or black
Can't be
people can't be
racist
racist to white people.
because of
And it
some
just gave
system of
me the
power
idea for a
bullshit.
live. Like that little statement with that reply comment. I'm like, you know what? We should definitely talk about this one day. Because I wanted to hear your take.
Yeah, 100% black people can be racist. I don't know why they say that bullshit. I remember one time I had like some woke friends back in the day that tried to sit me down and make me watch this video that explained that of how it's like some kind of system and years of being disadvantaged, blah, blah, blah.
Power
And
and
then I
different.
remember
Yep.
I asked him, I was like, so what if there's like a company and it's all black people and a white person applies and they get rejected because they're white? Wouldn't the people who were in power being racist and they could not accept that? Like, no, no. I'm like, you guys are fools. That sounds crazy. That would be racism by default
Mm-hmm.
based on the color of their skin. That's
Yep.
crazy. And it's like, it's just an excuse for certain black people to be able to, in their mind, be racist and not be held accountable for it.
Yep. Yep. To say whatever they want. BX, I was telling Bliss, there's a movie and it's not highly publicized because it's that controversial. It's called White Man's Burden. And John Travolta stars in that movie. And it shows if the roles were reversed racially. And it is mind-blowing, that movie, A White Man's Burden. Anybody who hasn't seen it, hasn't heard of it, that movie will change your perspective. The
1995.
roles, yeah, the roles are completely reversed, and it blew my mind. It blew my mind to it. People say if you're in the minority, then because people of color are in the minority, they can't, and there's a imbalance of power and all of this stuff, that they can't be racist. And I just think that hatred because of somebody's race, color, is always going to be racism to me. Doesn't matter how you word it. Some people refuse to say the word racist, and they say they can't be racist. It's prejudice. It still stems from hate, from somebody's color. So no matter what word you use, look at the foundation, the fundamentals of it, and it's the same. It's
It
the
would
same.
be.
It's
It's
hate.
under the same
It's hate.
umbrella. Racism
Yes.
is a form of prejudice that's based on it would be
Yes.
like as if prejudice would be the, like, I guess, overall umbrella, and these miniature branches based on different types of things you're being prejudiced. It would still all be fucked up and shouldn't
Yes. I
be
agree. I agree with you.
existing.
I don't think any of us should do it. And we all have biases. Like even my grandmother, you know, um, had some racist tendencies. She did, and I had to educate my grandmother on that. That's not okay to say. Those things are not okay to say. You know what I mean? And it was because they say, oh, she was raised in a different school. It doesn't matter. You evolve. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable. And
Well,
I wasn't just gonna be okay
let me
with that.
ask you guys a question. So, what would if okay, if you had to define, like give a definition for the word minority, what would be your definition?
Hmm.
Because I feel like it's morphed into something it's not. Like instantly, if someone says minority nowadays, your mind is instantly going to go to Black, Hispanic, Asian. But
Yeah.
when
Hmm.
you actually look up the definition of minority, it's not race related at all. It's the smaller group.
And I agree
Well,
with that. Hmm.
yes, minority in general by the word, but if they're speaking on minority race, it would be the racial group that has the smallest numbers
Yes.
Hmm.
or
So,
disadvantage, yada yada.
Hmm.
but you would, a lot of people would not ever refer to a white group of people as the minority.
Nah.
What? Repeat that again. What did you say? I missed the beginning.
I'll say most people, especially liberals, I have never heard them refer to a group of white people as the minority. But that
But
is possible, correct?
of course, like let's say you're in where I grew up in Harlem,
Well,
right?
that's where I'm
And
about to
you're in,
go.
and
Yep.
you're right,
Okay.
and you're in a Baptist church or even a Jehovah Witness church, and there's predominantly Hispanics, and there's two white people. They are the minority in that scenario. So
Yeah.
it is 100% possible for white people to be in a minority. It's situational. And
It's
people tend
situational.
to hear minority and assume that it is pertaining to race. And so they attribute it to race automatically when they hear the word minority, but that's not where its origin came from.
Well, not only
Right.
do they attribute it to race, but I can even admit, like when I hear the word minority, I instantly think Black people, Hispanic people, Asian people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just where my
Yeah,
Right.
mind
of
automatically goes.
course. Of course.
So it's really it. Okay, because I know this is going to get me in trouble. Cindy, we spoke about it a little bit behind the scenes because I wanted your insight.
Mm-hmm.
We like, I'm white. I live in Baltimore. We are actually the minority. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've walked downtown and I get like sideways looks, like fuck that white girl doing here, like, and
Right. Is she
at like
lost?
yeah, is she lost? Those are the looks I get. Like, is she fucking lost?
Right.
And for example, my kid's classroom, she's one of two white kids of a class of 25.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible because it is happening. Like, and that in turn leads to racism, in my opinion, because I do think that anyone can be racist to any other group of people. And
I
we get a
agree.
lot, me and BX have talked about this. There's a lot of black on white racism here. A lot.
Yeah.
Even to people of mixed race. Like I saw there was this girl in a convenience store with a friend, and she was mixed. She was half black and half white, and getting completely reamed and attacked by another black woman
That's
because she
crazy.
was half white.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, I
crazy,
believe
right?
it.
Because
I've
some
seen
people
it.
will say you're not really black,
That's what
because
exactly.
you're half white and you're not white enough, you're not black enough. That's horrible. That's
Which
horrible.
is
But I wanted
crazy.
to say, you know what's funny? When I was growing up, right? I went to a school that was me and my brother were the only non-Asian kids in the whole school. The school was PS1, like way down in Chinatown. Okay, we were and we
Oh
got our
shit.
asses kicked every day, karate chops every fucking where. They
That's
hated
wild.
us. They hated us. What
Jesus.
I swear to God, I would be in the yard at lunch and see my brother flying across, getting karate kicked in the face, like on a daily basis. So it's
Oh yeah, they
crazy, you
thugging
know.
down there.
What?
They thugging down there for sure. People don't know it, but yeah, they don't play over there. That's
Hmm.
supposed to be considered
And
one of the bad
unveiling, you're too
neighborhoods.
sweet. Oh shit, Barbie said that White Man's Burden is free to watch on YouTube. Thank you
Oh,
for
there you
that,
go,
Barbie.
guys.
Yeah, I
I,
Thank
had
you
I
looked
for
it
do
that.
up.
plan on watching it. Maybe I'll do like a review or something, or just
I
talk
think you
about.
wouldn't. I think it's eye opening. It's eye opening, and it
Thanks,
helps you
Ginger.
see through the eyes of someone else. It really did. I watched it when I was young, maybe like 20 years old, and it was eye opening to me, and it was
I didn't
so
know that
important.
even existed. That's dope as hell. Like I've seen
Hmm.
people do renditions of it without even knowing that movie existed back then. Because I remember
Hmm. And that's why I
Irv
told
Gotti
Bliss.
did that for his
Hmm.
TV show where he switched
Yeah.
roles.
Hmm.
So that's crazy. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah. No, that's why I told Bliss to ask you, because I think that you would really enjoy it because you're open minded. You are, and you would enjoy it. And I
Those are my
really
favorite
enjoyed
type
it.
of
And
movies. I'm into shit
that
that
make you
like make you
think.
think. Yeah, that's my shit.
Yes, yes. That's why
I'm
I like that
definitely
movie
into it.
Sinner. Have you seen it?
You talking about Sinners with Michael B. Jordan? Yeah,
Yes. Oh my God.
I peeped it. I thought it
So
was dope. It's certain
yeah.
things that I wish that they could have did better, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it had really dope elements, and it showed like certain
Right.
things within history that a lot of people didn't know. I just wish that
Exactly.
Asian woman would have calmed her ass down, bro. You had like an hour left. All you had to do was just chill.
Right.
She
Oh
was
my
all, let me
God.
burn this whole place down and fuck up y'all
Yes.
safety. It was out of
Yes.
pocket. But there
Mm-hmm.
was some good messaging in there.
Yeah, that's what I like, the overall message.
The
My
music
son and my
message was
son and my
dope.
daughter-in-law, yeah, they loved that movie. They loved
There
it.
was like a lot of metaphors for music. And I think that
Yes.
the guitar player could have been a metaphor for that famous dude that made a deal with the devil to get
Mm-hmm. Oh
skills of how to
yes.
play guitar.
Yes. And do you know what it reminded me of, BX? It reminded me of Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, that's my
You
shit.
remember
Anne Rice?
when Louis was so good and he awoke the Queen of the Damned with playing the
Yeah.
violin.
No, that wasn't Louis. That
So
was Lestat.
was it Lestat?
Lestat was the one that was gifted for music. That
That's
was the
right.
one
It
that
was
Queen of the
Lestat. It was
Dam
Lestat. My fault. Yes,
fell in
Lestat
love with and all that.
awokened her. Yes, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Interview to Vampire, but that was Queen of the Damned, where he
Yeah.
awokened her and she killed her king. Yes, you're right.
It's the same
It was Lestat.
series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was the Anne Rice, the Vampire Chronicles,
Yeah, I fuck with
the
that heavy.
books.
I would
Yeah.
love them to do the TV show right. Like the first two series,
Right.
or I guess the first two seasons were great. I want
Mm-hmm.
them to continue it and make
Mm-hmm.
sure it's true to the book. I don't know if Chris
Yes.
know what we talking about.
I have no idea, but I heard someone that like awoke in the dam, and it just made me think of me opening the portals to hell.
Yes,
Wait, you be
girl.
watching supernatural stuff? You never seen Interview with a Vampire or Queen of the Dam?
Never watched either. Mm-mm.
Oh my God,
What?
girl, you are missing out. You are
Facts.
missing out, girl.
That
Aaliyah
show's
plays the Queen of the Damned. May she
Oh
rest in
wow.
peace.
yeah. She
Mm-hmm.
smoked that. That was her last film before she
Yeah,
passed.
she was
In fact, I
beautiful,
think
stunning.
they said there was like rumors that her brother finished the rest of her scenes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she like
Wow.
didn't finish the movie fully, and her brother looked similar at the time. They were young,
Mm-hmm.
so they
Yeah.
did the same thing they did with like Paul Walker.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's a
I
great
can't
movie,
imagine how
Bliss.
hard that was on him.
Had to be.
Yeah. Yeah, of
Wow.
course. Hmm.
But for
All
the
right. Well,
vampire
I'm
stuff,
gonna
that shit
check
is
them
awesome.
out, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
you should.
out the Burden one.
Hmm.
Um, I want to
I'll
read
be down to hear
something
a review
else
for
to you
that.
guys. Can you guys hear the lawnmower?
No.
Is that the lawnmower?
You
I thought it
hear
was like a
something, don't
bird.
you?
Yeah. I hear birds. That's what I hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my screen door open.
I thought it was a bird chirping in the background. I'm like, oh snap.
Well,
Yeah,
it
that's
would
all I
make
heard was
sense
the
I would have
birds.
some like animal background noise. At least you don't hear the cat meowing out back because that was annoying.
Right?
I thought you had
Hmm.
like a parakeet or something.
No, that's just like the cardinals and birds out front on my bird feeder.
Bliss is
Um,
an animal whisperer. They all flock to her like damn Snow
I'm
White.
officially like Snow White.
Yes,
That's
seriously.
funny.
I'm kind of over it if I'm being honest. No more cats. All right, so this is pulled from the same article I quoted earlier. It says a little more listening to understand, a little less trying to convince, and a lot more intellectual humility would do everyone a world of good. We're flattening people out in terms of our view of them, and we're not really seeing the full complexity of people on the other side. This man, John, is a truck driver. He said he experienced when his brother, who is gay, wrongly assumed the worst about him. He went off on me saying essentially I'm a racist and a homophobe just because I'm a Trump supporter. No ifs, ands, or buts. And he
That's crazy.
completely cut me out of his life. Now, John says he's determined not to do the same thing to his friends across the aisle, including his best friend who supports Biden. No one has a monopoly on morality. I could assume that anybody that supports Biden is a firm believer that it's okay to M a baby, but I don't.
Right.
Yep.
Or tell black people if they're black or not.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yep.
And I've been
These
thrown in
statements
that
are too
box.
broad. Hmm.
I mean, I'm a racist. I'm transphobic, homophobic. I am bigoted. Like they instantly throw you in that box, and people that don't even know you. That's the generalization. I can't stand that. I would never do that to anyone because you say you support someone I don't.
I
That
wouldn't
shit
either.
just sounds crazy. Makes no sense. You know how many people on the left that I could take and be like, oh, so if you support them, you support this. Oh, if you support Hillary, nigga, you know what you support?
Right.
Like it makes no
Right.
sense. Like that's is both sides, man. Like people are individuals, and if they want to vote for somebody, whatever. But I don't think that's a representation. Like the whole group of everyone that voted for this person automatically supports this one thing in particular that you're against. That sounds crazy.
It is crazy. It's insanity, and people are slowly losing the ability to think rationally and logically. They are too based in emotion. And people always say, oh, women are emotional, and I agree with that. But it seems like these politics are making people emotional lunatics. Like, stop basing everything on your emotion, your extreme rage and outrage on things that are not even an issue. You're making things an issue that are a non-issue. You know what I mean? And again,
Facts.
you're not going to browbeat me into believing the way you believe when I am of the belief of tolerance. You are not going to make me become intolerant because your intolerant ass is trying to bully me into that.
They
No,
not
no,
realizing
ma'am.
that that's what the government want. They
Yep.
want us
Yes.
fighting and going back and forth for some Snowpiercer shit,
Divisiveness.
so they
Yep.
could be
Hmm.
doing what they really doing, and we distracted.
Yep.
Yes. They do the sleight of hand, just like magicians. That is sleight of hand. Don't pay
Yep.
attention to what we're doing over here. Stay fighting each other. Good, good, yes, yes, yes. And people are falling right in line with that. Okay, you
Facts.
dumbasses.
I will say though, and this is why, I do tend to lean more right, but you got to think like 80% of the media is left wing. Okay. And
Hmm.
they're saying stuff like this. It says when you listen to left wing media, they tell people Trump is a scary, fascist dictator. They share quotes out of context to fit that narrative. No wonder why there's such a divide. I saw something the other day saying that Trump voters are either stupid, bigoted, or evil. no mention of policy or anything else. You just don't hear right-wing people using rhetoric like that. But if you can find it, I'd certainly be interested, because I don't see the right-wing media doing that. I could be
No.
missing it. But when you're fed that, and now with the new age of like social media, like you are pushed that shit now. I mean, that's all you hear. You're going to start parroting it.
That's
It's
facts.
true. It's kind of
And they'll make you
indoctrination.
go.
You know, you become indoctrinated. You hear it over and over and over again, and that's how they do. Have you ever seen those old videos where it was torture? They would sit you in front of a device and just make you listen to this stuff, and you became indoctrinated, and you believe that those ideas originated from you when they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same sort of thing. If you hear it over and over and over again, and that's all you're seeing, you're going to believe it. And that's why it's so important to do your own research and continue to be a free thinker.
I mean, there's certain people, if you definitely tell them the same thing over and over again, they'll start to believe it. Or if
Yeah.
they hear the same thing over and over again, they'll start to
No
believe it.
doubt. That's been a tactic for a long time.
Yeah.
Word up.
It is indoctrinate. It's indoctrination for like future voters too.
Yeah.
You know?
Hi, my Salinas.
Hey, Selena. I just
And
refute, like,
yeah.
I will say, again, I got really into politics after the beer virus. I know BX went kind of hard on his channel for like a short period of time, politics wise. And I did, like, of course, then my algorithm starts feeding me everything right wing. And I remember like stopping, and I'm like, yeah, I need to start like watching the other side too. That way there's a happy
Facts.
medium. Like, I don't ever want to be pulled in either direction. And I don't always want to hear from one side. Like, you have to hear both sides.
That's facts.
Yep.
And I'll notice
I'm.
things like on the right that where it just don't sound right.
Oh,
I
Yep.
yeah.
can't get down with Ben Shapiro, no matter what nobody say.
Right.
That nigga ain't shit to me. As far as I'm concerned, I've seen him do too much. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Nah, I thought the right was supposed to be like this. So like,
Right.
and then there's a bunch of other people too. It's just they do certain things the way I can't agree with it, and that's the problem. A lot of people on both sides, they will refuse to acknowledge the wrong that's being done on their side.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's an important point, BX, that again, it's about individuality. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Just because you have a certain, you support a certain person on a certain side, we still have to take into the person's personal identity, their characteristics, their personality traits, their personality defects. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, and people are painting us all with broad brushes, and we're losing our individuality. And I'm not gonna do
Facts.
that.
They'll put their whole identity behind like a political side.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That shit is weird.
And that's happening a lot, not with just, well, anything's political nowadays, but like people put their whole identity into not just their politic beliefs, your sexuality. Like,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
my identity does not fall under one thing.
Nope.
And I'm not going
word.
to hold anyone else to that. Like, oh, you support Biden? Bad. Like, I can't wrap my head around that. I would never do that.
No. Same way
Facts.
people try to pretend and put labels on me all the time. That because I'm a recovering addict, that being in recovery is my personality trait. Like, no, bitch, no. That
Word.
is a part of who I am. That is not my personality. When I meet people, I'm not in an NA meeting. I don't meet people and say, "Hi, I'm Cindy. I'm a recovering addict." You know what I mean? I'm not in a fucking NA
Word.
meeting. That's not my personality. That's a part of who I am. That was a part of my journey, but that is not my personality.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I just think it's weird. Like, and again, circling back to the catalyst to all that comment, like, you are demanded to explain yourself. Like,
Twice. Twice.
yeah, that seems
You gotta
very like
explain shit.
entitled, um,
Word.
gross. I didn't like that.
It's mad
And it
and
seems
entitled. It's
wrong.
manipulative too, as
Yeah,
well, because they're
it
trying to get
is.
you to go at JJ. And it's
Mm-hmm.
soft too. It's pussy. Because you could have just hit up JJ directly and asked her whatever
Yes.
question you had for her. Why are you trying to make her like Cindy go at her? That's so weird. It's
Yeah,
just lame.
And you tried
that's
to call me
divisive
out
in
publicly
itself.
too. Like
Right.
what? You know what I mean? And I could have came a whole different way. And took a minute to absorb it and be like, okay, I try to see it from her perspective. But at first I was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. Like you come into my live before my live even starts, changing my whole energy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
would never do that to somebody. I would
yeah,
never
Right.
go into somebody's chat before their stream even starts when my thumbnail lets you know what direction I'm going in. It's not a general topic live. I had a topic and you're trying to change my whole energy. I would never do that to anybody. That's so inconsiderate.
Yeah, that's in live streaming or just content creation. That's gonna keep happening.
Right.
They're
There's
gonna
just
keep doing
etiquette.
that.
Right. You don't have
These
to be
motherfuckers don't have
a
no.
creator to know that. You know what I mean?
I could do a
it's
video about anything. Like I was live stream about fucking racing cars, and people will come in and talk shit about Upchurch. These niggas, they
Yes.
don't give a
yeah,
fuck.
Yes.
They want to get their shit off.
Yes. I'm
it's
telling you,
it's
it's
attention
true.
seeking. Like
Facts.
they want the attention of what they want to talk about, and usually it's about them and their beliefs. I
Right.
mean, look at last night's stream on Terry's channel, Cindy. Me,
Yes.
all I
Yes.
heard, me, I. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
about you. It's Cindy, it's your channel. Your live had
Right.
nothing to do with that. Your channel has never been about politics. So it was just very out of place, inconsiderate, and it hurts my heart because again, this person has been a supporter for so long. And what
Yeah.
again, like BX said, why did she come to you? Because I'm not positive that the catalyst to her doing that was my birthday post to JJ, but I can't
Mm-hmm.
connect it to anything else. Like, why didn't she come under my post? Why didn't she
Right.
go to JJ's channel?
Right.
Why did she go to
And
you?
because there's nothing
Self.
else, right? When we were discussing it, me and Bliss, that was the only thing we could think of, a birthday meme with Trump's face on it. And I didn't even comment under it because I hadn't seen it. I hadn't even seen it. So I could understand if I'm under there like, go Trump, love MAGA. Then you'd be like, hey, Cindy, what the fuck? Even that is still weird. But I didn't even know about the posts. Where have I ever said that I support Trump? You assume that. And you
Facts.
demanded that I explain why I support Trump, when in fact I do not. I don't support any of these fucking politicians, if I'm honest.
Facts. Same.
Hey,
I do think
Lance,
Trump is
Mr.
hilarious
Lancelot.
though.
I
I
do
do.
too. Like he's
He's
a
funny as hell.
master rage baiter. He is.
He
You know
got
what I
me
mean?
cracking up. What was that? He had a meeting with some dude in the office, and he was like, "No, y'all need to give us money." He's like, "Excuse me, huh? What? We need? Get the fuck out of my office. Go walk out. We don't need you." And I was cracking up, like, "Yeah, then kick him out. Who the fuck you think he talking to?"
Right.
But would I
Right.
vote for him? Nah. I'll watch The Apprentice next season though. If he come out with another, ain't that what his show's
Right.
called, The Apprentice?
Yeah, he's a
I'll watch
great
that.
businessman.
True.
You know what I mean?
I think
He's a
we
great
needed that right
businessman.
now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest, like I didn't vote, but in my opinion, I do think he was the better choice. But I don't bash anyone who thinks that the other one was the better choice. I mean, okay. It has no bearing on my life. Like people think that their beliefs or opinions is going to make a fucking difference. Like if
Right.
again, I've said this before, if you want to make a difference, like actually
Go to
go to
Congress.
your no, go to your community level, talk to your
Yeah,
representatives, like do
that's
stuff
better.
where you live,
Your
because you
councilman,
being on
yes.
social media just shitting on anyone that doesn't agree with you is doing absolutely nothing but adding to the fuel, the division, the tension. It's not
I
productive
agree.
for anyone.
I agree. And they don't know what I do in my community. They have no idea. No idea, because I don't do it for social media. So you're assuming you have no idea what I've done for my community, in my community. You know what I mean? Like, stop
I don't
making
think that would have even
assumptions.
changed it. Even if they knew, they still would have been like, "You can't be
That's
friends with
true.
JJ."
That's true.
They might
That
have
would
said
have
it
made it
more.
worse.
Right.
They would have made it worse. So how can you be friends with her then? If oh my God, Jesus
Facts.
Lord, you can't
That's
win for
crazy.
losing. You can't win for losing.
I don't know. I
100%.
tried with people for a long time, especially like I feel like the political stuff has definitely come down compared to like the last 3-4 years before. But I
Mhm.
tried with these people. You just again you get exhausted from it. Like I
Yeah.
don't have the fucks or the time to waste on people like that. Like I'm sorry, I'm just too old for it. Like
Nah,
I
that's
want to
facts.
surround myself with not just like-minded people, but open-minded people who are okay with differing opinions.
Facts.
Same,
And I don't want
same.
to be surrounded by anybody. I don't want that in my life.
That's hilarious. Leave me alone,
Word.
bitches.
Word. I go to them.
I mean, I know JJ has a best friend who is very liberal. JJ's pretty conservative, and they're still friends. Like they'll buy, like
Hmm.
she'll. I would if I had a friend like that, I would have no problem buying them Biden pajamas for their birthday if that's what they wanted.
To go to sleep in.
Right?
That's funny. I got what you did there. Because he be sleeping, they'll go to sleep. That's funny.
Oh no, well I
Exactly.
love that you think that that's what I did, but JJ actually does own Trump pajamas.
She does.
Oh, that's
She dead
funny.
ass does. She dead ass does.
That's funny
Listen,
as
So
just
hell.
get me some Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger or Chucky pajamas, and I'm happy as
Oh,
hell.
like my hoodie.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yep. I'll be
With all
happy
the
as
horror
hell.
movie villains on it. That's my shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that hoodie's
Me
hard.
too.
I want to read this. So Selena says, Bliss, I have seen you do lives pointing out how extreme some liberals were when Trump won. So I feel the same way pointing out how dumb some Trump supporters are, in my opinion.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Okay.
Selena, I'm fully admitting that I definitely lean more right. Okay. But in the live that you're talking about, it's the live that me and JJ did together. I also played a few videos on that live that were criticism to Trump supporters. And I
Listen. Mm-hmm.
completely
Yeah.
it was a mother telling her children the day that Trump won. And like
Mm-hmm.
the reaction like hit my soul. It hurt. And then
Yeah.
another mother
He's crying?
talking to her kid like if her kid's allowed to still love Taylor Swift because she loves Trump too and Taylor doesn't like Trump. Like that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
She was like
And
3 or 4 years old.
yeah, that's crazy. And
Wow.
Selena, I know one of the stupidest Trump supporters ever. Her name is Lori Jones. The bitch ran after a Trump train screaming Trump. So they're stupid Trump supporters. She's a prime example of that shit. She thinks that the new what is it? The bill or law he passed, the federal, that if you post people's intimate photos or even generate some with AI, that has to do with TikTok and posting somebody's streams. She's so stupid. And she was like, Daddy Trump did it. He stopped the bullying. And bitch, it's about naked pictures. Bitch, what are you
That's
talking about, you
crazy.
dumbass?
Well, and
So
those are the
she's a
extreme
prime
people.
example.
Those are those extreme Trump supporters that give people who do support Trump a bad name. And the same way with
Yes,
the extreme liberals. But
exactly.
their voices are the loudest because that's
Mm-hmm.
what the media pushes from both sides. So that's all people see.
Mm-hmm. No, but
Yeah.
M to the B, then Lori repeated it. Lori repeated it. Gabby did that. Gabby Jacobson on TikTok was like, Trump, Trump. Oh my God. She was added out and talking about Trump and the law and all the bullies are going down. And then Lori Jones came on and regurgitated it. Stupid is as stupid does. They're dumb and dumber. These fucking dumbasses.
Just to give BX a little so he knows, this is something Cindy's in, like it's called the awareness community, and
Mm-hmm.
they kind of react to these, grifting, lying, crazy
Scamming,
women,
begging,
scamming,
terrible,
begging TikTokers.
children abusing women. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hmm.
yikes.
yeah.
Yeah, they're the
It's
worst
pretty
of the
crazy.
worst.
It's pretty crazy.
Mhm. Yeah.
And JJ,
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to for me too. I just don't want to be forced to believe what others do, and I won't force others to believe what I do. And I feel
Exactly.
like before like social media, like I don't remember my parents as a kid fighting with other people over politics. It was always don't talk politics at the dinner table.
Yes.
And I
Yep.
feel like people are much more like they feel like they can with social media because people get really brave behind a keyboard. I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like this would be happening right now if it wasn't for social media, because I'll be damned if someone is going to say something to me like it has been said online to me to my
Mm-hmm.
face. And I
Right.
feel like a lot of people wouldn't.
I'm
No, of
waiting
course
for it
they
to
wouldn't.
happen again.
Mm.
I'm waiting for somebody to come in. Come on. And then last time, it didn't work out so well. So
I know it didn't.
please,
I know it didn't.
it's a few people I want them to say what they said to me on social media in person.
Right? Try that shit in person. And I'm not a gangster, but listen, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. For real, please don't.
Or
Yeah, and it's harder when BX. I don't know if you call it the beginning. Someone is coming, like for me last night in a comment section and talking about my marital issues.
you don't got no marital issues. What they talking about?
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Point number one. Point number two, she lives very close to me. I would challenge her to come say that to me.
And that's
I
not a
would
She,
threat,
challenge her to what, and it's not. I'm
bitch.
just
I know.
correlating it to what we're talking about. People are
Right.
super easy to go online and talk their shit. I guarantee that bitch would not say that shit to my face. And
She's
it's just
gotten really
much
bold
more
lately.
easier to do since we live in the same town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting it out there.
I ain't not trying to.
Yep.
They're not gonna do that.
It's not a threat. It's not anything. I don't want to see this person at all.
Right.
But
Right.
if you're not willing to say, I mean, she won't even leave the house. So she's really
Mm-hmm.
not willing to say anything to my face.
Mm.
Don't talk that shit online like you're big.
Exactly. Because
They
she's
probably just
gotten
trying to get
really bold
rise.
lately. And she needs a reality check real quick.
They trying to
Watch
get
your
some
damn
clout
mouth.
from you. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that is.
Yeah,
They
she's
see you in a
begging. She's begging
rise.
for it.
I know. I
Them
know.
niggas ain't gonna do nothing. And if she bring a man with her, Kratos gonna throw him into the sun. That's gonna be crazy.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if he could throw that one, BX.
Oh shit.
Maybe like pick up and drop down quickly. I'm just saying.
And throw his back
Oh
out in the
shit.
process.
Yeah, I need his back. I'm just saying.
They
Mm-hmm.
that heavy? Oh
I hear
shit.
you.
Damn.
All right. I wanted to read one more thing. And this is how
Okay.
kind of the article ended. It said, it's easy to blame and judge people who don't share your opinions. But have you ever taken a moment to reflect how your own thoughts, words, or actions may add to the vitriol? Turns out one of the best places to start when it comes to healing the political divide is to look inward.
Yep.
Mm.
A true
And it's
statement
true
hasn't been
because that's
said.
what I did. When I felt myself getting pulled, I checked myself and I looked inward. Like, I don't want to disrespect anyone for their beliefs, and I just ask that the same is done to me. And if you can't do that, then stay the fuck away from me.
Word.
I agree. I think it's if more people took a personal inventory, they wouldn't be so angry all the time or lash out at others. They would figure out that it begins and ends with them. That anger stems from something that you feel inadequate about, and you're trying to project that onto other people. Nobody can take care of those feelings but you. You know what I
Word.
mean? Like you can't force that onto other people. So you have to do self-reflecting. You can only control yourself. I can't control other people. I can't control what other people say, what they believe, how they choose to live. I can only control myself and learn to regulate my emotions so that I'm not lashing out at other people because their
Facts.
opinions don't align with mine.
Facts. 100%. It's because they lack emotional depth.
Yep. Yep.
They never dig deep or did that kind of work on themselves to even be able to have that skill set.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
look at this from JJ. I remember her talking about this, and I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure JJ's kids went to public school. She can correct me if I'm wrong. She said my daughter was assigned in her senior year to write 75 ways Trump ruined the country. She wrote 75 ways he made the country better. She got a 0 until I went to a school board meeting. She got an A. Another teacher was told to grade the paper, and she got an A after I went to the school board and our state rep. Don't force my kids into indoctrination. Like, that's not okay. Our tax dollars pay for public schooling.
That's a nasty ass teacher right there. They
Yes.
wowed out.
Yes.
They was just getting their own personal shit off right there.
Yes.
That's
Why is that allowed? That shouldn't be
They should
allowed.
be fired.
She was supposed to get graded on the presentation, on her writing, on her grammar, on her punctuation, on her sentence formation. That is the basis of any good essay. You're focusing on trying to push your own agenda.
Yeah, why have them write an essay on that? That's the craziest thing.
Gross. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's weird as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was a kid and went to school, it was about being a patriot and supporting your president no matter what. Like, who wants to see a president do bad? Like, that falls back on us.
Exactly.
You know? And Selena says also, I will side-eye Trump supporters because of things Trump has said and done. Sorry, not sorry. And you know what? I'll take that. If you want to, if you're like, sometimes you can't control your first initial reaction. I side-eye a lot of people and a lot of shit. But if you can eat that and still, like, get it, you know, give the person a chance, get to know them, who they are, you're not like doing that and then saying no and just cutting it off, then okay. I don't care.
That's stupid. If they're doing that, that's dumb as hell.
I love you.
I side-eye Trump supporters. Who do you support? Who they support? Let me break them down real quick.
Well, and that's the point. That's the other side of the coin. I could name quite a few things.
No pun intended.
Word.
I won't though. I'm not there.
Kamala? That's what they were supporting? No, Biden?
It's not my business. I don't care. Like, she seems to care. I don't care.
That shit is weird.
But I could give it back.
Trump supporters.
I could give it back the same way, but you know what? I'm in a different place than she is. That's just how I'm trying to be glass half full, y'all.
People gotta support who they want at all times. How far does that go? If I don't watch the same TV shows, you don't like me now? You side-eye me if I like a certain musician? That's dumb as hell. That's like, that doesn't help the problem. That adds to the problem, as in causing it. That makes more of a divide. I'm a side-eye every single person that supports Trump because of how you feel about him. You don't think that's weird as fuck? You don't think you being a sheep when you do that? You're trying to force other people not to like him? Or you're gonna side-eye them? The fuck you side-eyeing them for? That's weird as hell.
Yeah. I'm
Who
not
do
a
you
black
support, Selena?
thinker.
Who you support? I want to know that. I got a feeling I'm gonna laugh my ass off. My bad. Go ahead. I just hate hearing shit like that. That sounds so stupid. You support someone. That's dumb as hell. Because people probably don't like me because I keep it real, and they probably want to side-eye my supporters. Fuck y'all.
Well, we know that to be fact.
I've been told that too, that people side-eye me for supporting certain people, and I've accepted that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Well, you know, Cindy, a lot of the people who used to not just side-eye, talk shit on me because I've been a supporter of BX, they now like me.
Yeah.
We got to stop doing that, Selena. We got to stop side-eyeing people for, you know, different beliefs. And you're also, for one, it's generalizing. For two, you are assuming that because someone's a Trump supporter, they have supported everything he's done and said. And that's not true. You can't make that assumption.
I just think we have to weigh the pros and the cons. Him being a president is momentary, right? You're going to throw away good people for a momentary time in life. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do that because they support somebody who's going to be a president for a season. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not going to make permanent decisions based on temporary situations.
Word.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to do it.
And I just
That's
try not to
weird.
instantly generalize and judge people like that at all.
Yeah.
But honestly, my whole point is if it ends at just a side eye, like we wouldn't even know. Oh, that person's side-eyeing me. Like you can see it somehow. If it ends there, it's much better than what could happen, what is happening, like people popping off left and right. Like I'll take a side eye, honestly.
Me too. I side eye myself. The fuck? I look in the mirror and be like, Cindy, what the fuck wrong with you, girl? Get it together, bitch. So I'm okay with a side eye.
Side eye. When people side eye me, they get ignored completely. I don't even hear a word they say anymore. Like that sounds so crazy. I'm a side eye. This what? What is that supposed to do? Scare me?
Right.
I don't know. Like again, everyone has different morals, values, upbringings, how you're raised, where you grew up, and like what one person, like you know how even when you meet people, you get that initial like gut reaction. And I really try to stay open-minded after that. So I can understand, like, I can understand a little bit of side eye if it's not something you're used to. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it because I like Selena.
I do too. That's my
'cause
girl. I get it, you know?
That would be a different side eye. And notice they didn't tell us who they voted for yet or who they supporting. I've been waiting for that. But yeah, that would be a different side eye, right? Like from a gut reaction, saying that you're generalizing an entire group of people that voted for a certain person and you're gonna side eye them because they voted for someone you don't like sounds crazy. Because how far does that go? What comes with that side eye? Do you believe the worst about them automatically now? Are you shading them? Like it sounds weird.
It does.
You got people in the chat that support Trump and you're gonna say something like that.
Yeah. Well that also brings up
you voted for Kamala Collard Greens Harris and you talking that crazy shit? Word. The fuck out of here. My bad. I wanted to make sure. I knew it had to be that. For them to be, I side eye you, Selena. Not in the serious way, like I hate you, none. Just joking. But on a serious note,
that's hilarious.
I don't think Selena's gonna take offense to it.
No.
Some people don't know when I be joking. They be like, "Oh, he's so mean." I'm like, I was just fucking around.
You're hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, I could throw out a lot of reasons why I'd side eye Harris supporter, but that's what comes into play. Like, not every single opinion always needs to be shared out loud. You know?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Anybody who didn't tell Kamala, anybody who didn't tell her to put her camel toe away, I'm side eyeing you. Fuck that shit right now. Tell that bitch put that weapon away, that damn dangerous camel toe.
That's crazy.
It should be illegal.
Kamala's connected to Meg Thee Stallion, which is someone who lied on a man and got him put in prison.
Yes.
So I could side eye that.
That's true. And more information is coming out now that Tory Lane's not the guilty mother effer. So yikes, big yikes on that. So
they tried to stab him 14 times so he could stay quiet, bro.
Yes. And
the person who did it, their books got filled with a bunch of money.
Of course.
Right after. That's come on. It's so on the nose. But that's who Kamala was supporting and having twerking on stage to get votes. So I side anybody riding with that side.
Right. And I pray that he's okay. That's crazy. 14 times. That's insane.
Selena, you're good. You're good. You're good.
What? But do you peep the hypocrisy? So their side eye is okay to do, but when someone side eyes them, they're not allowed to have their different opinion? Come on, man. That's messed up. Trump people are allowed to have their opinion too as well, in case you didn't know. That was my whole point for just fucking with you just now, to try to get you to admit that.
Wait, Selena, but do you side-eye me? I don't support none of the motherfuckers. What do I get? A cross-eyed? Damn it, shit.
You get the cross-eyed. She closed her eyes when you around. You get no eye.
Word up. Here, damn it. I don't support any of them assholes.
That's what I'm thinking. Side eye could mean a bunch of different things to a lot of people, but that's negatively judging someone before you know anything about them because they support the POTUS. Am I pronouncing that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me and
Facts, though.
Kratos are on the same page.
Word.
Yeah.
Love you, my
It is,
Salinas.
it is.
I know you do,
That was
Teresa. Yeah,
hilarious.
Teresa and Cindy. Like me
Yeah,
and
we
JJ.
fucking hate politics.
Me and
We
JJ
hate
could
it.
talk politics all day. If we're sending each other shorts, it's typically related to that.
Mm-hmm.
Or reels, yeah. But yeah, Teresa and Cindy, nah. And you
Nope,
know,
no
I
thank you.
respect that about your friends. Like, and I don't judge Cindy or Teresa. Like, it doesn't. It's again a non-factor.
Yep.
Not wrong with that.
Same. It's a non-factor.
And because I know you guys, and I feel like that's the only reason I would have taken Selena's side-eye comment a little negatively is
If you
I'm
didn't
not
know
going to
her,
say
right?
she knows me, but she's
Right.
been a supporter for a while. Like, I feel like she has the general idea of my personhood. So I hope she
Yes.
doesn't still side-eye me. I would,
She still might.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a momentary side eye. You know, it's like, what the hell, girl? And then you get over it. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. That does happen.
Yeah, it's
I just think it should be unsaid. Like, you can side-eye whoever you want, but we don't have to say it out loud. No one will ever know.
Word.
Yeah.
You know? All right, well, I'm going to get going. I got to get some stuff done. And Cindy, I got to get my wash into the dryer.
Oh, yeah. I just put mine in the dryer. You could probably hear
Actually,
it.
hold on.
Wash.
So, BX, Cindy said my Baltimore accent really came out before we were talking before the live. What is the word that you say? Oh, my God.
Which word?
You say, I don't know. You say there's a certain word that you say that is very,
Monster?
Yes, that is it. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people say I say it weird.
Monster.
That is
When people say it the way
hilarious.
they say it, I still hear it the same. I've never understood the difference.
Damn, now I'm going to say it like that. Freak, BX, damn it, monster. Now I can't say monster. That shit doesn't sound right.
I just heard the same thing just now. I don't know what it is.
BX, how do you say water?
Water?
He says it like I do, don't I?
Water.
I think so,
Water.
yeah.
Water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why
Yeah.
Kratos is always making fun of me for how I say water, and he's the weird one.
Coffee. I do.
That's
I do
hilarious.
say coffee, but that's how you pronounce it, right? Coffee.
Coffee? Yeah, coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee?
Yeah. No, Bliss. No. Stop it.
Coffee.
Coffee and water. What the hell is it?
Well, Cindy, how do you say Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Okay,
No,
we're on the same page.
I say Baltimore. Oh my God, I can't even say
Baltimore.
it. Right, Baltimore. You have to say
Baltimore.
Baltimore. How do you say it?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Right?
Baltimore.
There's no O or D in water.
Water.
So there's no
I
O
guess,
or D in
Cindy, I
water.
guess I
That's
do
funny.
add R's
Water.
to stuff.
You say water. That's crazy.
Water.
Say bag or bagel.
Kratos
Bag
is roasting the
bagel.
shit out of me.
It's a bagel.
Bag
All
or
right,
bagel.
I may need to go deeper into this whole Baltimore accent thing. I know it's a little niche in like the shorts Baltimore community, and I find like I'll scroll and I'll see some and I'll laugh, but maybe a little more to it.
No, I'd definitely be
Right.
hearing it from when I watched The Wire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm sure
You
people
don't
say the
hear it
same
in
thing about me
yourself.
because I'm from the Bronx. When I
Mm-hmm.
lived in
You don't
Virginia,
hear
they
your
used to say
accent though,
that,
right, BX? Yeah.
Nah, not at all. That just sounded normal to me. But then when I moved
Right.
down south when I was a kid, they used to be like, "Yo, you sound like one of them Italians for the gangster
Mhm.
movies." I'm like, "What?" Like Tales from the Bronx. Or what was it? A Bronx Tale. I'm like, that's
Yes,
crazy.
A Bronx Tale. I love that movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
let me
classic.
ask you, like, I don't hear my own accent, but someone else from Baltimore, I can hear their accent.
I
Yeah.
hear yours. I hear yours, Russ.
I know you do, but
Hmm.
do you guys feel the same way? Like, you don't
Yeah,
hear
I don't
yours,
think I
but
have
if
an
you
accent.
run into someone
Hmm.
from the Bronx, you can totally hear the accent.
I hear
Well, I with
BXs
the
and I hear
other,
villains. Hmm.
if you like I guess run into somebody from like Harlem or maybe Brooklyn, I could tell the difference for sure.
Hmm. Right? It's
You
like a
can
borough
hear
dialect. That shit is hilarious.
word.
You can tell which borough they're from and shit. Like, what the hell?
That's another
See,
way
That's
people used to
funny.
make fun of me down south. They'd be like, "How come you don't talk like that?" I'm like, "I'm not from home." Oh, come on,
Right.
B. Yo,
Right.
B,
no, it's
son.
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
New
Yeah.
York is just so crazy because y'all are so close together. But now I'm kind
Hmm.
of wondering if, like, there's a Baltimore East Side accent and a Baltimore West Side accent.
They gotta be.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
has to be certain slang words that you use in different boroughs. Like the Bronx would be like a month behind in fashion and shit from Manhattan.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to Manhattan to get clothes when I was a kid and being amazed, like, "Oh, this is
Mm-hmm.
where all this is at."
Yes.
Okay.
I would go visit my family in the Bronx and they'd be like, "What are those?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Those are Jordans." Fuck talking
really.
about.
maybe a little bit behind. Shit, the Bronx used to
Mm-hmm.
look like Afghanistan back in the day. And it's,
What? All the abandoned fucking lots everywhere. Man, listen, we used to
definitely
have mattresses in those lots, jumping on fucking mattresses.
facts. 100%.
That's
Hmm.
that's Baltimore still. Even worse than that
What?
all we're
That's
Damn.
talking
crazy.
about. Whole neighborhoods just abandoned. It's
Wow.
crazy. And
Yeah, it's
then you
not like
got
that
all these
anymore.
like elite, rich, big ass developers trying to come in and, like, build it up, but it's so ridiculously expensive. Like, no one
Yeah,
wants to.
Hmm.
that's what's happening
Hmm.
to the Bronx right now.
You'd be
For
Yeah.
in
sure.
between, like, you'd have this elite, great house neighborhood, and then sandwiching you is like the worst of the worst.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
It's become
awful.
like that in the Bronx. You're right. And there was always like there was certain places in the Bronx that had these big, extravagant houses, and then you had Park Avenue and 167th Street that was fucking all lots and shit. And it's now
Facts.
gentrified a lot of the Bronx. You know what I mean?
Oh, for
So.
sure. They
Hmm.
took all those lots, built like new expensive ass buildings,
Yes. Yes.
charged
With
people an arm
terraces
and a
and
leg.
balconies. Yep. Hmm.
They fixed up the townhouses too over there. Like, yeah, they
Yes.
doing a lot.
Yes. The Grand Concourse has a lot of tall rise, nice buildings now, even with like
Facts.
doormen and shit. It's crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this Park Avenue in Manhattan?
Facts.
You know,
Over there on
it
like
looks
138
beautiful.
too, not that far from Grand
Mm-hmm.
Concourse. It's like a
Yeah,
whole new city over there that they built.
I know. It's insane. It's
That shit
insane. It's a
look
beautiful
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
If people can
wild
afford
though.
it.
Like, you walk five, because the place that they really keep up downtown is like the harbor and where the stadiums are, and like the
Mm-hmm.
streets are perfect, and you walk 5 minutes either way, and it's like World War II. And my
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend, she lived maybe like a 10-15 minute walk from, like, Camden Yards. And she
It's crazy.
lived in this beautiful, brand new high rise, like, condo complex. And she literally couldn't walk a block any other way by herself
Yeah, that's
without her.
Yeah.
wild.
It's like that in New York too, like by Central Park. Central Park runs in the middle of Manhattan from
Oh yeah.
59th Street to 110th Street. And when you get out the park on 110th Street, it's still nice, but you walk over to Malcolm X Boulevard and it's a few
It's over.
blocks and it changes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
See,
over.
It
ours
That's
is
facts.
changes. Hmm.
Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah, we have Martin Luther King Boulevard too. Hmm.
Yeah. That's fact. I
Yep.
Yep.
walked that whole Central Park joint a few times when I did the AIDS walk.
Oh my God, I did the AIDS walk too. Many,
Fire.
many years. Yep.
I
You
did it
walk
like
around the
maybe
whole
4 years.
park. Hmm.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
park go back.
Yep, they have people giving you waters and Gatorades and stuff and potato
Facts.
chips along the route. Yeah.
See,
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
another thing, BX. People generalize you and call you Uncle Tom and homophobic, all the buzzwords. BX, where did you used to volunteer?
Oh, for Alphabet organization that did outreach for homeless teenagers.
Oh my God. That's
Yep.
awesome.
You might have heard of it. It was called Safe Space.
Of course I did. I used to work in Women in Need.
Oh, I heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I did that for some years. Until the location that I was at got shut down. I didn't feel like transferring. They wanted me to go to Queens. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Well, no one
That's
ever
why I
wants to go
stopped
to
working there too.
Queens. Why is that a thing? Like,
No.
If you get a
Queens
cab
is-
to like Queens, like they're looking at you like you're evil as fuck. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't like Queens either. No, thank you. I
Queens
don't
is
ever want to work
different.
in Queens, live in Queens. Yeah, it's different. It is different.
It
Yeah, 'cause I
is.
ain't lying. Yeah.
It's confusing as hell too. If you're trying to get somewhere,
Yes.
that's just all over the place.
Yes. You will get lost in Queens and never be found again. I still
Facts.
don't know all of Queens, and I've lived in New York my whole life. Queens
I
is
got
like an
stuck
anomaly to
on
me.
what's this called? Is it Randall's Island or what's the
Oh
island
my
that's next to
God.
Queens? It's an
There's
island that you gotta
there's
take the bridge and the train.
yeah, there's
Look at
Ward's
it at
Island,
nighttime.
there's Randall's Island, there's
I think
Roosevelt
it might have been
Island.
Randall's. It might have been
Mm-hmm.
Roosevelt. One of those
Mm-hmm.
islands, me and my
Yeah,
friends went to at
Roosevelt, you
night.
could take the trolley. You know,
Yeah,
the
but that
overhead
shit shut
trolley.
down. We got stuck.
Yeah,
Had
yeah.
to stay there until like the morning time to cross over
Yup,
again.
yup, yup.
Oh,
You'll be
shit.
stuck all night. Yeah.
Shit was
Yup.
wild.
That's just crazy. Mm-hmm.
The Queens is
Damn.
It
one
was
of my
fun.
least
It
favorite
was fun
places.
talking to a fellow New Yorker. It's awesome.
Word.
Love it.
Every time you guys talk, like I just see more of the commonalities.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys. BX,
Thank you, BX, for coming up. I appreciate you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Bliss,
that's
for having
awesome.
me.
At all.
And I appreciate the chat. Thank you guys for keeping it respectful. And yeah,
Yes.
I'll catch y'all later. I hope everyone has a good day.
Bye, guys.
All right. See you guys.
See ya. I'm going to be dropping BX and Cindy's links in the description after the live. So please go subscribe and give them some likes, views, and comments. Bye, everyone.